Good morning. Oh man, what a morning. It is like 9:36. It's almost 10 a.m. I was planning to zero today, but I'm not going to. So there will not be any gaps in days or anything on videos. Slept in this morning, woke up about 7:30 and got out of bed. Had breakfast and coffee. All the chores were done last night. All my YouTube work was caught up. At 8:15 a.m., I was like, oh my gosh, the only thing I have to do all day is lay in this bed. Just can't do it. So I talked to the front desk. They checked me out. They were supposed to credit me for tonight because they'd already done the authorization for all the nights. I think they charged me. I don't know. I got a picture of the correct receipt. I may have to call them back later. But that's a problem for the next town. So I don't really have a plan today. Right now, the trail is like way on the other side of the highway. So I'm just walking doesn't even count right now, for a bit. I think I have like total probably 7.5 miles of road walking through town. I think what I'll do is do Mount Taylor like I wanted to and just do, I don't know, late start today, probably do 18-ish or just wherever I can find a spot to camp near the base of Taylor and do Taylor tomorrow. But enough morning jibber jabber. I think I'm losing my voice or something. The highway is back over there. I am walking with the bubbly seltzer water. Had a couple left. I also have another one in the back of my pack along with a banana. So somewhere before I get out of town, I'm gonna stop and eat a banana and drink that other seltzer so I can throw them away. I think we still got another third of a mile or so before we even get to the trail. Almost no shoulder here. Right down here at this junction is where I've walked to. So I'm gonna cross over to the other side where I walked, and then we gotta just start going on that way through town for quite a ways. There are just quite a few, just rows of these old motels that are just completely dilapidated and barely a structure anymore. This is a kind of interesting stretch of historic Route 66. It looks like the only businesses that are all like in business are auto repair places. Most of the buildings are just like dilapidated and boarded up. Okay, I've turned off of that road. Now I'm walking on this road, and clearly we're headed towards the big mountains through this part of town. There's a little park here, and it looks like there's a couple picnic tables in front of this building over here. I'm gonna make a very quick stop, long enough to take my pack off, grab my banana and the other seltzer water so I can get those things polished off before the end of town and throw them away. I'm thinking maybe that highest peak in the distance is Mount Taylor. It looks like a long way from here to there. I believe I'm getting close to the other end of town, and I think Smith's may be a grocery store. So I'm gonna go in here and see if I can use the bathroom and maybe grab a sandwich or something. It is 11 o'clock. I'm sitting outside of here at this grocery store. They had no deli, no pre-made sandwiches, nothing like that. But I was there, I used their bathroom, so I wanted to buy kind of lunch or snacks. I got this little vegetable tray. I'm gonna eat this vegetable tray, and then I got a candy bar. So I'm gonna sit here and take a quick break and eat this and then be on the way. This is unfortunate for hikers looking to yellow blaze. think there's another prison facility out here just outside of town. There's two big prison facilities on the other side of town where we walked in. So I don't know if this is like a prison central town or what. All right, let's chat a bit now that I'm out of the actual town. We're into some views. Just walking towards the mountains. I'm a little over 5 miles in from the motel. I got a couple more miles left to get off the pavement. And then I think that ends this like last 80 miles or 80 something miles of road walking. That first couple miles through town, I don't know. I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I didn't feel unsafe, but I definitely felt a little uncomfortable. I don't even know if I felt uncomfortable. Let's just say I was aware that I was a little extra vigilant walking through that part of that town. It's nice to be like back out in wilderness somewhat. I know I'm still on this paved highway, but I will soon be off the roads. I haven't passed this prison yet, so it's either around this next mountain or back off the road somewhere. This is interesting. It looks like they have like an outdoor rec area with basketball hoops and like right on the highway, like literally 20 feet from the highway. Seems like that'd be some kind of like security concern. Leaving the paved road right here. I think I've done 7, or a little more than 7. And just this gravel for a short bit to the parking lot. And then I think we're off the roads, mostly for a while. I think this ends the like 80 miles of road walking. Hallelujah. Ooh, this is cool. Big CDT sign. To go through this gate, a little bit of water here. I'm gonna check my water. I think I have enough. I didn't get any water down there because there was total of 6 jugs, but maybe only a liter and a half of water total there. I think I'll be okay. Done a lot of climbing. You can see the roads way down there, and that's a big good view there. Standing in the shade here for a minute. The junction to the Mount Taylor alternate was 10.5 from the bottom. There's water there as well, and I had like 2 liters, so I should have enough to get there. It's heat of the day, and it's all climbing, but I'll make that work. Depending on what time I get there, we'll make some decisions on what we're going to do for the evening. Wowza, this is like a huge plateau. But look at this. Holy manoli. So I assume that's Grant's. Wow. Now, the other way, so we're up high, and it's just big flat plateau up here. How cool. There's a log book there at that trail marking. So I was assuming that I'm not going to see anybody for a couple days until I catch up or somebody catches up with me, because most people, I believe, were shuttling and skipping the 7 miles of road walk and just going straight to that parking lot. And then since I started late in the day today and I walked all the way out here, I was going to be behind. I knew Jan from Maine was leaving the motel this morning and shuttling out. She signed it at 9 a.m. And there are two names at noon, which is just like 2 hours ahead of me. But I couldn't make out what the names were. So I'm not sure. There's a couple people only a couple hours ahead of me. So depending on what my guess is, they'll summit Taylor tonight or just take the red line and not even go up Taylor. And I don't think I'll have time to do that. So I don't expect to see anybody today. Jan from Maine is pretty impressive. She hiked the Appalachian Trail in 1982. She's been a long time hiker. I know she's not doing as many miles as I am, so I think I'll see her tomorrow early, unless she doesn't take the Mount Taylor alternate. I may not see her at all. But anyway, the plan is to not see anybody. That's the expectation anyway. This almost feels like I had a reset there in town. And then looking at people signing that log the last 2 days prior, I think only 5 people total in the 2 days prior. So I don't know. There was a big bunch ahead, so I don't know if they just didn't sign it or what. Okay, this is really strange. This is like miles from a road, and just along the trail there's a barbecue grill. How wild. Wow, look at this. The trail just opened right up. Now check it out. There's even the sign there. So Mount Taylor, 11,301. Wow, so that is pretty. It's 5 o'clock. I'm half mile from this junction for the alternate where the water is. I don't know if I should have taken that second day of rest or if it's just the thinner, drier air. But I'm losing energy quick. I'm right at 9,000 feet right now, about 8,920, I think. I think it's going to be too late. I had a time in mind that if I got to the junction, that I may just send it all the way to the top of the peak tonight for sunset. And then there's supposed to be some camp spots in the trees about a half mile past the summit. But it's too late for that now. Right now, there's lots of places I can tent. But in the next half mile, the topo looks like it's going to start getting steep when I get to that junction. So I don't know. I'm going to have to get up here and see what it looks like. See if I can find somewhere to camp or figure out what to do. It's 6 o'clock and I'm all set up here. I got to the water. I was expecting not to see anybody. There are 5 other people here. Jammin was here. It's good to see him again. So I stopped. I got set up, but I'm going to show you this goofy water situation. All right, so we get this pipe that just goes down the mountain. And the way it works, you've got to turn this one perpendicular so the water builds up and builds up this pipe. So you've got to let it turn this perpendicular to shut it, and then you got to wait a few minutes before it builds up, and then you open the top one. It actually works pretty well, but it's just, I've never seen a setup like this before. Okay, here's my setup over here. All right, I have someone that has a message for someone watching at home.
Hi, Mom. I hope you're enjoying the videos.
Thanks, Mrs. Would you say your mom's name was?
We can call her Mrs. Salt Lake.
Mrs. Salt Lake. Thanks for watching, Mrs. Salt Lake. He's doing well. He's a gentleman and everything out here in the woods. It's 7:15, but I'm going to go ahead and say good night. So it was a kind of nice surprise to get up here. I was waiting to get to the water to make a decision. I got here. Jamin was here. Cool to hang out with him again. Meet the other 4 new people. And had some dinner together, so that was nice. They're all going to get up really early, like at 3:45 to go up for sunrise. I'm probably not doing that. So we'll see. If I hear them getting up, maybe. But all in all, I haven't even looked yet. I think since that first part didn't count from the motel back to the red line, I think I only did like 17 and a half today, but that beats a 0. Made some ground. And there's cell service where I'm at right here tonight. So all in all, it's a good day. Let's go see this peak in the morning. Have a good night. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.